You want to stream Cramling?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. My name's Arca.
In this video you are going to see how Judith Polgár, the best female player in the world, managed to beat Magnus Carlsen in 16 moves only. And not only that, because she managed to beat Veselin Topalov and Viswanathan Anand in the same video. I'm going to show you this brilliant victory, so without further ado, let's dive in. I'd like to mention also a documentary with her, Judith Polgár. The name of it is My Brilliant Mind, Make Me a Genius. I suggest you to see it. It's completely free and it's very interesting actually. I see it many years ago and it's a very nice documentary. So here let's start the game. We have e4, c5, the Sicilian defense, and after this Magnus replied e6. Now we have this, open Sicilian, knight to c6, knight c3, a6. This is the Taiman variation. And now bishop to e3, queen c7, queen d2, continue developing the pieces, knight there, f3 like the English attack, overprotecting this bishop, avoid these jumps and be ready to castle alongside. Usually, as you can see, in Sicilian defense, black maintain his king in the center of the board in order to create something else, something more active. For example, after this and this, he played b5, the advanced fianchetto, tried to attack in the queen side actually, kicking away this knight, developing the bishop there, and try to do something in the center of the board. But the king is still in the center, so this is a little problematic sometimes. And here we have g4, knight takes, bishop there, and here is the first diagram actually, as you are going to see in the small clip.
This was a thing even 7 years ago, no?
Yeah, this is g5, knight h5, bishop d5, king 5.
Yeah. Okay, now I think
Here Polgár, without thinking too much, she played this move e5, tried to attack the knight, so she thought that this knight should go away, but this move leave behind this pawn unprotected, then we'll have the rook unprotected, and Magnus, after some thought, he calculated correctly and he just captured the pawn. Because this pawn is pinned, cannot capture here, the rook is hanging, and now Polgár has to do something. She just blundered the pawn. Now we have this one, knight there, and during the game she didn't capture on d7 because this pawn is hanging as well, so she has to do something, and she just developed the bishop. It's a logical move, and let's examine actually, because we can examine it like now carefully, and we can see we can take this pawn, but after knight to f5 the rook is under attack, and not only the rook, the pawn here is under attack as well, so Magnus is going to take back one pawn at least, and Polgár has problems. For example, if she goes here we have a double attack. If the rook lands here on g1 for example, we have this take and bishop on c5, skewering the queen to the rook, so the rook has a lot of problems. After a while he played wisely this move, bishop to d3, developing the pieces and making it a little more difficult for black to do something, because the castling short side is out of the question now. We have an open file, the queen will capture the knight here if he just castling there. He would like to play something like g6 and after that stabilize his knight on f4, but actually he cannot do it instantly because his knight is hanging, and for that reason here Magnus is forced to play this move, bishop to f8, put the bishop back, and after bishop to e4 here Magnus has some options actually. He can do a lot of things. For example, he can castling long side, this is one idea, but he played this logical move, logical looking move, rook c8, logical and thematic Sicilian move, try to counter attack in the c file, keep the rook there active, but sometimes in chess we have plan against the tactics, strategy against the tactics, and here we have a brilliant tactic. Judith managed to find it instantly actually, and the tactic is bishop h6. The queen is under attack, and here the queen is the main problem, because the queen is the main defender of this square on d7. White would like to capture on d7 with a checkmate. He's going to lose his queen now, he cannot go anywhere. Here we can take it with a bishop, there we have the checkmate, so Magnus has real problems and he lost the game.
No castle.
I didn't know that it's part of the rule.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
The picture!
That was a selfmade!
It's the little photo moment there.
Oh my
Oh my
god!
god!
And now we're going to see another game, Polgar against Topalov, and we have these moves, and now f4. The game was rapid in 2010. Topalov is the best Bulgarian player actually, and he's a fantastic player, very aggressive as well. So we have the king's gambit here, and after this we have bishop to c4. It looks a little ridiculous, this one, but White's idea is just to develop the bishop, eyeballing this f7 square, create a lot of complications and try to win the game. Actually, I don't like it so much, because the luckiest guy is going to win the game. The person with more luck, actually. We have a lot of random tactics. You cannot control everything here. We have d5. Topalov, obviously, he would like to give up the pawn. He would like to give back the pawn in order to develop his own pieces. We have this one, a check. He is going to destroy the castling, right? So he has to play the king. She has to play the king on f1, and after this, he played the knight f3. There, knight to c3. Developing the pieces here, castling, and now king to f2. You can see the knight is providing great support to control the king here. We don't have any checks, and the rook is ready to join the battle in the middle of the board. So everything looks okay. We have these developments here. The bishop is under attack, bishop back. We have a take, and now she played c4, tried to kick away the knight. Topalov don't have a lot of good options with this knight, and for that reason he jumped it forward, giving back the pawn in order to continue his development. So we have takes, and now bishop f5 with a very active position for looking, active position for black. But here Polgar played this move, c5, tried to annoy this bishop and opening her own bishop here. We have bishop to f4 attacking the rook landed on e7. We have bishop g4, try to pin this knight and maybe capturing this pawn in the future. So here she played rook e4, attacking this bishop instantly and try to create some threats there. And here Topalov went wrong actually, because he played queen to f5. Now we have queen c2, and you can see Polgar is very brilliant in order to create threats and tactics. You have to grow up this ability. This is a very important ability. If you can create threats, then you can create a lot of problems to your opponent. Now the rook can go away somewhere and attacking this queen. And Topalov instantly went wrong. He played this move bishop to h5, but here Polgar found the best move. It's White's turn, and the best move is rook e5, because we are attacking the queen, but not only with the rook, we are attacking the queen with the bishop, so this is a double threat. And here black don't have time to capture this one with the bishop, so he has to do something. The queen has to protect the bishop as well. For that reason Topalov captured here first of all, and king take. Look at that, king take, because he cannot move the bishop and give a discover check. The bishop is attacking the queen, so he don't have the discover check. He went there, and now we have another fork. The rook is attacking queen and bishop, and after this, for example, he just captured here. He don't have this check actually, because the rook is controlling that square. And after this, they just played some moves. He played this one here, there, overprotecting the rook, and now after this he just tried to exchange some pieces, and white here is winning, right? Tactics is one of the most, if not the most important part of the games. Your plan could be successful if you use the tactics correctly, and the tactics can be accelerator to your plan. With Grandmaster Stelios Chalkias, we created this amazing chess course here on tactics and calculation, and you can read the description. We have a lot of lessons and 100 exercises there. If you follow the blog post, then you can read more about Stelios' life. You are welcome to click the link below the video and learn more. Last but not least, I have this exciting moment for you. It's Polgar with white pieces and Anand with black. As you can see, we have another Sicilian. The enemy king is in the center of the board. Black tried to do something on the queen side with his knights, pawns, the rooks are on the file. As you can see, he's trying to do something. This bishop is under attack as well, but this is Sicilian. A lot of things can happen, and when your king is in the center of the board, maybe something bad will happen. And here Polgar found a very intelligent move in order to continue the game, and this move is a knight d5. She would like to open up the e file. She's attacking the queen, and now Anand has some problems. Anand is a little tricky, and he would like to play solid chess, very solid chess. For that reason, he didn't touch the knight with the pawn. Here to open up the lines, he played this one, and we have knight b3, attacking the queen again. And now he don't have a lot of moves actually. He played this one, and this is a big error, because now we have this threat. Queen went here, we have exchanges, the bishop on g5 is under attack, but Polgar don't care about that, and you should not care about this, because you need to create the counter blow to counter attack. And now you can see queen e3 is counter attacking the knight, so we have knight here counter attacking the queen. So both queen and bishop and queen are under attack, but Polgar had everything under control, because she played queen a7 counter attacking this bishop. And now the craziness continues, because he just captured here on e4, and now as you can see again this is under attack, but Polgar captured on a6 attacking this rook. So you expend too much. Your army, your pieces here are not very well coordinated. Here the rook is unprotected, and you have some problems with your king. This is the problem. So for that reason here Polgar has this very strong initiative. Rook to b4, rook b8, what else to do in order to protect this pawn, and now rook to g1. This is the killing move actually, and here Anand don't have a lot of things to do. He just capture here, giving up his queen, because if he just takes on h2, then we have bishop takes, pawn takes, and bishop c6, a very important check. King has to go here, and another threat attacking the rook, and after this, for example, in order to save the rook, we have a checkmate. Long variation, but very forcing. Let's go back, and he just captured there. He just give up the queen, and now bishop takes, pawn takes. We have this check. He can collect the pawn on c4, and here white's position is completely winning. Thanks for your time, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Here it's time for action. This is the initial page of my website, and here you can click Give me access to get access to free lessons. You can read this page, and if you scroll down, here you can add your name and your email. After that, you're going to take a free lesson how to avoid chess blunders. So, time for action is now, and you're very welcome to join my mail list.